All right, welcome to the first annual Hitting Buckets podcast, a golf podcast where we give some of our winners. And this week we're previewing the biggest tournament of the year, the Masters Tournament. I am one of your hosts, Scott Mater, and with me is Ryan Marchand. Ryan, let's lead right into it. What are some of the things you're looking forward to most this week at the Masters?
All right, Scott, it's Masters Week, bud. All right, so I guess there's no real shortage of storylines this year. You got Bryson, who is, I believe, the favorite here in November. He was going on and on about how his par should actually be 67, and I think he barely made the cut and finished T34. So now he's out here on the practice green crushing drives like somebody killed his dog, and he's got his personal cheerleader VJ with him. So that's a big storyline for sure, how he's going to handle it this year. You have Rahm, who's fresh off his baby news. So, I mean, at the start of the week, everyone was scared and saying that they might not even play him with the chance of the withdrawal that he was talking about. I guess it's a similar story to Danny Willett's story when he won in 2016, days after his baby was born. So that's going to be a big storyline. And then you got Brooks, right? It's all about his knee surgery and is he okay? Is he not okay? But overall, I think it all takes a backseat to Jordan Spieth at this point. I think it's Spieth week in Augusta. But
Love the Danny Willett reference there. Nice pull. Couldn't agree more on Spieth week. He has been great for the golf world these past few months. Definitely, I agree, biggest story. With that being said, if we were working for CBS and we were a sponsor, our dream Sunday best ratings, I'd have to say Spieth is definitely there. Bryson moves the needle with viewers, whether you like him or not. People love talking about him. Brooks, you hit on. And then the one guy you didn't hit on as far as TV ratings, I'd say Rory. So if I could have a dream Final Four, I think Brooks and Bryson together, that'd be entertaining. And then you got the Spieth Rory Final Four. Any issues with that? If you're CBS, you like that Final Four on a Sunday?
no, give me that. Hook that into my veins. If I could do a Rory Spieth final pairing to battle out for the jacket, I'd love to watch that. Man, you could give me Brooks with anybody. Give me Brooks with Patrick Reed. He went at Patrick Reed for cheating a couple times. Give me Brooks with DJ. He went after DJ about the majors, and give me Brooks with Bryson. Any combination of that would be awesome.
Sounds good. All right, let's get to what everyone's here for. Our picks, help people make some money. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give 3 picks each, fire back and forth. We're going to have a top dog, more of a favorite pick, a middle card pick, and then our last pick is going to be more of a long shot. So Ron, you lead off. Give me your top dog this week at the Masters.
All right, man. I said it off the top. There's tons of buzz around Jordan right now. Would I play him at 11-1? Probably not. But when he shot that 61 in Phoenix at Waste Management, I jumped on him at 50-1. So I got some equity there. So I'm hoping for Jordan. There's a little bit of bias there this week, but he's coming in hot, right? His last 7 finishes. Check this: T4, T3, T15, T4, T48, which is kind of Jordan-like in the last 3 years. Then he went T9, and then the win last week. So that's kind of trend that you want to see coming into a big tournament like Augusta. We do our own one and done contest all the time. I've had him penciled in here for a while, just the way he's been. I'd rather a nice clean second place. It's hard because he hasn't won in 4 years. It's hard to win on the tour. It's real hard to win 2 weeks in a row, right? But I don't know. It just seems to be like he's got everything firing right now. So I think I'm going to be on him. A few things that worry me about him. I hate that he's the chalk right now. It's rare that a guy like that everyone's on goes out and wins the tournament. And the other thing that I watched a lot of the tournament last week. I was invested in Matt Wallace, so it would have been nice to see him pull through. But Jordan was hitting a lot of bad drives. So that's a little bit worrisome. But the thing about Augusta is the rough isn't that penal. It's a second shot course. And he's striping his irons right now. He's third in strokes gained approach so far this year. and he's fun to watch, right? So I mean, you could put a camera on him and Grillo and just watch those guys walking around all day, you know. So I'm in on Jordan. I'm riding the wave. I'm drinking the Jordan Kool-Aid, and you know, maybe if he gets two in a row, Under Armour will stop dressing him like a 14-year-old boy.
So my first reaction to that is nice flex on the 55-1 call out on your top dog, because you don't get odds on your favorite that high, but at least that's proof you're on him early. And so can't really complain about that. So my top dog, Roy McIlroy, 17-1. Rory hasn't had those odds in years at Augusta, so obviously he's not coming in hot. He's kind of a little off the radar. But one thing Rory does do is he does play well at Augusta. He's been top 10 6 of the last 7 years, and the one year he wasn't top 10, he was 21st. So with the familiarity with the course, I trust Rory's going to have his game this week. I'm not worried about the miscut at the Players. It was ugly, but I'm just throwing that away. I'm throwing away match play. Don't care about that either. So really, Rory's not as bad as we think he is. He had some really good rounds at Concession, some really good rounds at Bay Hill. Yes, he's had a bad round mixed in there, but I'm thinking Augusta, of course, he's close and really wants, is where he can put it all together and finally come through with the green jacket. So it's Rory. I'm taking him. I've thought about this all week. I like taking a guy that some people are off of. That's kind of how I hit Thomas at Players. People were off of him. He wins. His odds were never better. We both got Brooks at waist. He was missing 3 cuts. People are off him. We win him. So that's kind of my theme with my top dogs. Come get a guy when his value is high. I think Rory's value is high, so I'm going Rory to win the Masters as my top dog. Ryan, who's your middle pick?
Nice. I like the Rory pick at 19-1. Like you said, once the guy starts drifting a little bit, it's time to strike. So, my second tier guy, there's only one alpha male in this field, and it ain't Bryson. All right. There's lots going on in Brooks' life right now. He's engaged now, and all the talk is about the surgery he had 20 days ago. So the thing is about Brooks, there's nobody on the tour that's got a bigger ego than him. And he said himself he's not here to finish second place. So he's not showing up at Augusta to embarrass himself. So if he wasn't here to play, I believe that he wouldn't be here at all if he didn't think he had it in him. So you worry about the knee, you worry about it holding up, not only for, 4 rounds of golf, but for 4 hard walking rounds on this course. But like I said, he showed up here. He's made 24 straight cuts of majors. No one's even close to that, right? And he just thrives when everyone's doubting him. So I think at the end of the day, he won recently at Waste Management. We were on him there for the big number. Coincidentally, the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl within hours of this, which instantly made this one of the greatest days ever. But anytime you can get a 4-time major winner who won recently at 26-1, you got to hammer that number.
Yeah, hate agreeing with you. We're supposed to argue about things, but kind of have to agree with that logic. But not my pick. My medium pick is Patrick Cantlay. I got Patrick Cantlay at 23-1 earlier in the week. He's down to 21-1 now. Patrick Cantlay to me is he's this guy just waiting to win a major. His game is scary. Always seems to be putting for birdie. He's been playing great this year, firing off, I think, a 61 at Pebble or American Express, one of those courses, a couple low rounds he had. He's won big tournaments before. 2019, he won the Memorial. That's a stacked field. 2020, he won the Zozo, where he hunted down JT and Rahm on a Sunday. That's fairly recent. He's just got a killer game. He scares me. I've never rooted for him, so I'm rooting for him this week. So hopefully be on the right end of him scaring me. I just think he's due to break through. I think Augusta really matches his game well. I like the value at 23-1. I feel like he could be in the teens by next year, especially if he wins a major this year. So along with some value, along with the guy that scares me, always seems to be putting for birdie, Patrick Cantlay, my second pick, my medium pick at 23-1. Sorry if you only get him for 21-1, but still, money's money. It's still a profit if you hit it. Now on to the more fun picks, the guys that you got to take a little flyer on. Give me your long shot, Ryan Marchand.
Right. The only thing more uninteresting than your commentary there was Patrick Cantlake in general. But here we go. Matthew Wolf, 81-1. So you often hear Jim Nantz. Everyone hears the Masters tagline and tradition unlike any other. That line originally was referred to me betting on my guy Matthew Wolf. All right. So in the last couple of years, we've seen this big resurgence of the kids coming up. So you got your Morikawas, you got Hovland, Sungjae, Neiman, Scheffler, and Matthew Wolf, right? So last year at this time, I think Wolf would have been the second name out of your mouth, right? When you're mentioning these kids, but he's kind of taken a little bit of backseat to the rest of them this year. I think all the talk about Augusta, now that it's back where it usually is, it's not November, it's fast and firm. They're talking about the greens and how you got to have a nice ball flight getting into them. So on your approach shot, so he's top 5 in the PGA Tour for ball flights in the past 2 years, the highest ball flight. He had a real rough start to the year, but he's been dealing with some injuries. He's still losing strokes off the tee, which is super worrisome since that's kind of like his bread and butter. He hits the ball far. But I mean, it's going to take more than that to get me off Wolf at 81-1. BMW, bet Matthew Wolf.
Well, congratulations for delivering that with a straight face. Matt Wolf, good luck. I guess that's why they're called long shots, but I'm definitely not going near Matt Wolf this weekend. My long shot is my guy, Max Homa. I was on Max Homa and he disappointed me all 2020. Yeah, maybe I swept in, great Twitter follow, whatever. I'm sure he's used to hearing that every time his name comes up. But in 2021, this guy's been consistent. He's been around the leaderboard. He has a win. And by having a win, he has a win at Riviera. And I'm going to make the connection here because Riviera has a great connection to Masters. Riviera winners are multiple winner Bubba Watson, multiple winner at Masters. DJ's a winner, Adam Scott's a winner, also Masters winners. So Homa, who has that good second shot game, which is good for Augusta. He's won at Riviera this year. He's been consistently good this year. 81-1 Max Homa is my long shot. Do I think he's going to win? Probably not. But at 81-1 for Max Homa, I look at him as a 45, 55, 60-1 type guy. So it's a little value at your long shot. Put an each way bet on him. Maybe he comes top 7, top 6. He still pays off for you. So Max Homa, 81-1 is my long shot. All right.
I like it.
Good. Next, we're going to do some quick names that we didn't get to on our picks. Just do some rapid fire. I want your instant reactions. Help the people at home who maybe didn't hear their favorite player's name. So quick reactions, what you think of them this weekend. DJ.
I'm not playing DJ.
John Rahm.
DJ. John Rahm. I'm fading John Rahm.
Justin Thomas.
Oh my God. I'm fading Justin Thomas.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Now, unlike the other 3, I'm fading Bryson, but I'm a lot more confident about it. I just don't think this is I don't think this is a course for Bryson.
Colin Morikawa.
It's scary to fade him. He's so deadly with the irons, but you can only play so many guys.
Okay. Victor Hovland.
I love Victor. I just don't trust the short game here, which is something you need.
Okay. Tony Finau.
No. No. Is it a par 3 contest where you're going to break your leg? No, I'm not playing Tony Finau.
Webb Simpson.
Man, Webb's hard. I see him at 41-1. He's so consistent. I might have a play on him, but he's tough. He's always there.
Okay, so our podcast, we just probably gave you all the winners there, but this is what happens sometimes. But obviously, you can't bet everyone. We gave our best play, so let's go to some guys we are going to play, but not as winners. Maybe it's some other type bets. So each of us, we wrote down 3 plays we like, not at winners type payouts, but good little side bets. Ryan, I'll let you go first. Give me 3 little bets. You can explain what you picked. that you do like, with some names that we haven't mentioned yet that you're going to play this weekend.
All right, cool. So one of my favorite bets of the weekend is there's an option to bet the best lefty. It's well documented that Augusta is favorable course for lefties. So in this year's field, you have Bubba Watson and his pink driver. You have the Canuck Mike Weir. You got the lefty of all lefties. You got Phil, and you got Bobby Mack, who I really like, but it's his first time playing here. I'll be on Bobby over in the British Open a little bit in some kind of way. My favorite lefty in this group is Birdie Brian Harman. I love Brian Harman. He's paying $325 to win this group. So you already spoke about Cantley, who I also do like this week, but he looked dominant over there at the WGC. But he ran into the buzzsaw that was Birdie Brian Harman, and he's in good form right now. Maybe he'll get some competition from Bubba as the day goes on. I'd love it if he got some competition from Phil, but I hate Bubba, so I love this bet. My second bet is going to be Ian Poulter. He's paying $5 to be a top 20. So the guy just likes it here. He plays well here. He hasn't played well in an actual tournament in a long time. But he's a killer at the match play, as we saw last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess. So this is kind of a little bit of a gut pick. Maybe it's because he's a fellow Arsenal supporter, but I'm banking on him carrying over his WGC performance to a top 20 here. And one thing we know for sure, if he's going to be one of the best dressed guys out there, one of the most interesting guys on the course. So if I lose this bet, I'll lose that one in style. And then my third bet is Xander Schauffele to top 5. So another homer pick for me, really. To a fault, I bet on Brooks, I bet on Xander, I bet on Wolf. Those are my guys, but they're my guys for a good reason. I legit think that Xander is one of the top 5 best golfers in the world. That being said, he's never won a major tournament. His current form kind of bucks all the trends you want coming into Augusta. But I'd hate myself to miss a big win, and he's always there. Like if I had to make a bet today at the current odds, the first number I hit is Xander at 23.
So what's Xander at for top 5? I don't think you.
Top 5 saying 5 to 1, I think.
Okay. All right. I have 3 quick ones for you as well. First one I got written down is I have Will Zalatoris as top debutante. I looked at, there's not a lot of newcomers this year. I'm throwing the amateurs out. So basically I'm looking at it, it's Will Z versus Ortiz and Bobby Mack. Will Zalatoris has been consistent. He's top 10 US Open last year. I like the value at 2.25 to 1 for Will Zalatoris as the top debutante of the tournament. Seems like fairly safe play. I'm sure it will blow up my face, but I like it right now. Second one I like is Sungjae Im, top Asian. I'm sorry, Siwoo Kim, sorry, CT Pan, no respect for you guys. I look at it as a heads up against Hideki, 2.3 to 1. Im had a great Masters in November. Hideki can't putt. It's Augusta's greens. I like that play. Im, 2.3, top Asian. And my last one is a little parlay, which I do not recommend to do that often, but these are 2 locks. So just lock these 2 in, join them together. DJ top 10, 1.83. DJ's always top 10 here. And Phil Mickelson, top senior, 1.8. Put those together, you have 3.3 to 1 odds. $1 million, you're getting $3.3 million back. That's a guaranteed bet. Everyone write that in. You can throw that in my face, but Phil top senior, DJ top 10, take it to the bank. Those are my 3 quick picks. We're running out of time here on our first podcast, so we're going to close out quickly with our one and dones. It is a major, so for those of you that don't know what a one and done is, we're in this pool. You get one guy, you get to use him once a year, then he's done. So it's a lot more strategy on the smaller tournaments, not burn your guy. Is there any reason, Ryan, why you're not just taking your top dog, Jordan Spieth, as your one and done this week?
No, man, I'm all in. Do I think he's going to win the tournament? I mean, I'm not totally convinced. The guy just won for the first time in 4 years. There could be some kind of hangover, but I'm super confident that come Sunday afternoon, he's going to be right in the mix. So I guess my reasoning to why I'm picking him now is I want to strike while the iron's hot. He's got, I think he's got the greatest scoring average in Masters history. So we're talking about a guy who took the golf world by storm when he first hit the tour, and he completely lost it for 3 years. So I don't see him losing it again, but I don't think there's a better time than now to burn him for your one and done.
Nice. And I'm going to play Rory. I'm all in with Rory this week. I think he's captaining my FanDuel team. He's my one and done. He's my best pick. As we said earlier, I think the dream scenario is to have a Spieth Rory final two. I think both of us would like that. It'd be great entertainment. So it's Rory for me. Part of the reason I'm hoping in one and done that a lot of people go DJ. I think a lot of people are going to go Spieth. I'm looking at maybe less than 10% go Rory. So I'm hoping to get a nice edge this week with Rory, hoping that he does have a bounce back. He finally breaks through at the Masters. So Rory is my pick. So yeah, that's it. There's some plays for you guys this weekend. Hope everyone enjoys the Masters. Hope we helped you win some money. Brian, pleasure. Nice seeing you. Nice talking to you.
All right.
This was the first edition of Hittin Buckets. Good luck.
Buckets.